Hey guys, welcome to a new episode of our podcast series VAcast, bringing you value from great traders out there. My special guest today is my man, Dontshowmeyourindicators. I'm so excited. So welcome, bro. For me, it's a great pleasure to have you here. And let's see how it goes.
Thank you so much, man, for inviting me. I hope I will be able to provide some value to the community via this show. I'm grateful to be here.
Welcome, bro. Welcome. So let's begin. I know that you got a lot of followers, especially on Instagram. And, but, as always, and it's very common here on the show, I like my guests, to give like a brief introduction of themselves so all the community can know more about them. So could you please tell us a little bit about you, like where are you from, how are you, what do you do besides trading?
I'm from India. I am 21 years old, and right now I am studying medicine from Georgia. Georgia, not from US, country near the Black Sea.
Okay, so it's in Europe, right?
It's Eurasia, between Europe and Asia.
Okay. So you're from India, but currently you're studying medicine over there in Georgia.
Yes.
So, and you're 21.
Yes, I'm 21. I'm getting 22 next month.
Great. Yeah, it's nice, because we've had a lot of like very, very young people in my podcast, Most of the people are like 18, 20,
19. Yeah.
It's really nice.
Many podcasts like me.
Thank you.
He's 19.
Yeah, it's really nice, because, for instance, I began trading like when I was around 28, so it's kind of old, but it's great, to have like a bunch of people, especially young people getting into the trading, it's nice, it's great. Okay. So what most people want to know is how did you get into trading? What gave you into this business, especially since you're very young?
Basically, like I started from drop shipping,
Yeah.
But it didn't work out for me. I tried different products and making and I never had any success with it. Sometimes like the delivery and all these things, and it messed up. I messed up something, and like it didn't work out. So then I came across this guy from UK who had a program to invest in his PAM account, like where I deposit and he trade on behalf of me. That time I didn't know about like trading and how I was just focusing like he's doubling my money or like that, and then he blew it. He blew my account. And so then I started watching the charts, searching about forex, all these things, and I got so much interested in, and I started studying about finance. I thought it will be helpful to study finance, so I bought some books. Then I took an online course in finance from a university which is in Germany, like where I got a fair idea of like interest rates and all these things, inflation but like then I find out it's like you don't need a lot of these things to know a lot of things from finance to trade. But I tried so many things like signals, bots. I got spammed so many times. Man, it was a crazy journey.
Yeah, it happens, man.
Then I got into this baby pips. Everyone starts from there, right? So
yeah, exactly.
After that, after doing some lessons, and from that, there was after I got into so many retail courses. I was finding like on Instagrams, Facebooks, and people are contacting me, like buy my course, make money in 7 days.
Yeah.
And all these things. then I found out after doing all these retail courses was like I was jumping from one thing to another, and like there was no flow in it. I was just studying something, then I got frustrated, then I jump on another thing, then I bought another thing, then I try signals. Like I was studying those things, applying those patterns, but sometimes it was working and most of the times it wasn't. I had no idea when to open a trade, no trading plan, no journal. I was like waking up, opening the chart, placing trade, like watching someone posted in the group, and then I was opening the same trade.
Yeah, it happens, because there's so much information out there, that
Yeah,
you get like flooded with so much information that you don't really know what's sometimes you get into, like you mentioned, like into little stuff,
yeah,
and you jump to something else because I was not working, and usually it happens like that, when you get
yeah.
into.
And what's bad thing about forex community is like 90% of people are just on social medias to spam someone or like
Yeah, exactly.
to loot of people,
Hmm.
So I was in this group
Uh-huh.
and where I saw someone mentioning order blocks,
Okay.
and I was like, what? And what I was like, what's that? So I was curious, I was so much curious. And I started searching on that. And guess what? I found it. I found ICT, YouTube things. I found his course too, like leaked one. And I
Mhm.
studied all of the, before joining the mentorship, I studied the whole thing. Then I worked 8 months on YouTube content on Inner Circle Traders YouTube channel, which is my mentor right now. And that's how was my trading journey, That's how it's going now.
Great. So how long have you been with like ICT teachings?
Right now I am in month 8 of ICT mentorship. I started trading in September 2018. Yeah, basically.
Awesome. So you are in the ICT mentorship, and
Yes.
so you have almost nearly 2 years by now, right?
Yeah,
Studying and applying the ICT concept.
studying the ICT content.
Yeah, great. Okay, perfect. So now that we talked about trading, I'd like to know what's your style. I mean, are you a scalper or intraday or swing trader? Where do you
Okay.
fit?
So I will give some light on this one. Uh, so when I found out about Market Maker Primer series on Inner
Mm-hmm.
Circle Trader YouTube channel,
Mm-hmm.
so intraday trading, like I got I got more comfort in that because I got to know the timings and everything. Before I didn't know when to open a trade. Now I have a like things in particular when everything. But right now I am working on short term swing trading, which is like basically focusing on catching the weekly range.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so right now I'm working on short term swing trading, but uh, I'm intraday trader for now.
Okay, intraday. So right now, then you are trading plus your medicine studies, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm studying less medicine and studying more ICT.
Okay. No, it's okay, bro. But like when do you go like to the university in the mornings or in the
Like right
afternoon?
now, in Corona, in this
Oh yeah,
COVID
yeah, right.
situation, we have online everything.
Uh-huh.
So
Oh.
I open the background, like in background, the Zoom, it's
Mm-hmm.
going on. I just open it and leave it for the attendance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Basically, I just go to, when it's offline, I just go to give exams. Other than that, I don't.
Yeah. Okay. So, what would be like the like your preferred, let's say, trading session? Like, I guess London, right?
Yeah, I love London Open. Like when everything is in alignment, only then. It
Yeah.
can be tricky. It can be very tricky sometimes. So, but I love it. I
Okay.
love trading London Open, New York Open too. Like my main intraday thing is AMD, which is power of 3,
Yeah.
and New York continuations. And my bread and butter setup is breaker block, which is
Okay.
like all these things anyone who is listening can find out on like ICT YouTube channel, all these things. So basically that's my bread and butter.
Great. So, what would be like a regular trading session for you? I mean, like, how do you approach the market before placing a trade? Like, I know that you just mentioned that you trade the breaker block and you like the
Power of 3.
AMD exactly. But like, how do you approach the market? Like, how do you prepare before like entering a trade? Like, do you have like a risk management plan in place? Do you have like a, I don't know, like Tom Hines said, like he has like a, for example, he has like a checklist of things that he considers when he's analyzing before placing a trade, things like that. How do you approach the market like that?
Like for me, London Open is 11 a.m. here.
Okay.
So that's great for me. Like I woke up early. I have my like get everything fresh and have a coffee, analyze like before 2 on the weekends. And yeah, that's how to say, that's good that London Open for me is at 11 a.m. and I can trade both London and New York. Like it's a good timings for me being in this zone of the world, in that area. And about risk management, I prefer most of 1% per trade. And when I'm focusing on like when a scalp to swing, which I say like when I am scalping, but I am focusing on weekly range. I took a scalp, but I want a weekly area to hit. Like so, I will hold it for the rest of the week. So if I'm working on that, which is I told you the short term swing, scalp to swing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, your trades would be like probably 2 to 3 days long, right?
Yeah, sometimes. Like right now I'm working on this model, but mostly it's within the intraday. So it's quick scalps.
Okay.
Where I risk 1% and 2% sometimes. Depends if I am in other trades, then I will risk less, 0.5 sometimes 0.75% too.
Okay, so you divide the risk.
If I'm always in a trade, I don't like to usually open more trades,
Exactly.
Yeah. And if I am opening, if I saw a high probability setups, then I will go for a low risk and not like the same risk, which I have already opened.
Okay, perfect. So
I don't trade anything without the top-down analysis, and most of the times it's only one position when opening a trade. Only looking for if I'm like focusing on intraday, I mainly focus on Euro USD and GBP USD, and
I was going to ask you that about the pairs that you trade usually.
Yeah.
So you and you.
Yes.
Oh, great. So during during the weekend you do like a general top-down analysis, right, of the
Yeah,
previous week, and then you have like an idea what could be the next week
yeah,
movement
where
in
my
the
next
market.
setup can
Yeah.
form.
And are you like those guys that trade every day or?
No, no, no. I don't believe in trading every day. If you're trading like every day, means you are risking every day.
Yeah.
So like
So you
only
are
high
like,
probability
you are
days. Like
exactly high probability.
yeah,
So you are
like
quality
right now
over
in
quantity,
December,
right?
I didn't trade it for 3 weeks
Wow.
in December because it was bank holidays and my
Yeah,
mentor
exactly.
also
Mm.
said don't trade.
Yeah, it's better, you know,
Yeah, and
because
right
anything
now,
can happen in December.
uh,
Okay. So you are back in trading right now, right?
how? Sorry, what?
You are back now in trading.
Yes, sir. I am back.
When did you began
Last
again?
week,
Last week? Ah, okay,
yes.
great.
Last and before that one too. I traded only pound dollar before that one, but
Mhm.
last week euro dollar too. So yeah.
Okay, great, great. Very insightful, bro. So now, what would you advise the guys out there, you know, like to improve their trading career? What do you can advise them?
Um, I would like to say like it's a long journey and
Mhm.
it's not a get rich quick scheme. So like basically when I came across this trading thing, I thought like it's like let's do this, let's get rich. But like it don't work like that. You have to go through a lot of studying and lot of things before uh, just basically I want to say don't ever focus on money or lot sizes or anything, just focus
Mhm.
on the journey and the process and studying more than trading. You should be analyzing and studying more than you are trading, right? That's the main
Yeah.
thing. And I want to say always keep a journal, always, and save your charts every day, every week. Study every London Open, New York Open, if you are an intraday trader, of course.
Mhm.
Study them, what's happening them, then delineate your times, watch how weekly range is uh, expanding or what's happening in the weekly range. Study the weekly range by dividing days and like time of the day and day of the week. It's so important. And the first focus should be always to like start with protecting your capital and not like, okay, I learned this, now I'm going all in or something like that, because
Exactly.
traders are risk managers. We are risk managers, right? Nothing much. We risk to reap the rewards by following our trading plan. And I would say like focus on very few pairs first and learn the mechanics behind that pair, like how they move, how they pan out, how like what's like some pairs, like I don't like this pair Swiss franc,
Mhm.
which if someone is turtle soup trader, he will like it a lot. And like dollar related pairs which like show symmetry uh, with the dollar index, these things, so that's what. And always focus on how can you make a good risk model, like which can help you survive in this game of probabilities and numbers. It's all about risk. And that's like that's the thing.
Okay, perfect. Those are really great tips right there, bro. Now, I'd like to get into some questions, you know, that we received from our Instagram community. So here's the first one. During your development, what kept you like going when things got tough?
Okay, so the first motivation behind is my parents. uh, I came from a middle class family,
Mm-hmm.
and like I want to show them the whole world. So that's my first motivation.
Nice.
I want to travel the whole world with them before, like, God knows, and
Exactly.
that always kept me going, and it will always, because I love them so much.
Yeah. So,
That's
so that's your motivation,
yeah,
to keep going on the trading when you, for example, have a bad day, you always have that goal in mind.
yeah.
Great. Now, okay, another follower sent us this question. What do you think of signal services for trading? I think you are.
Okay.
You're
So
ready.
first, so first, I want to say something about this one. Okay,
Okay.
signal service. It's an old thing now, but if like I really lost so much money using that thing. Okay, so I don't really will guide someone to follow someone's signals, but follow how someone is trading,
Mm-hmm.
and then learn it. Then you are your own signal service, you are your own signal provider. You are the ATM. Then if you are dependent on someone and paying them, like, for sending you signals and all these things, uh, uh, I don't like that way. But if you have a business or something, then there are a lot of options, there are, but people who are good and they are providing these things, like services, different services. If someone don't have time to, like, study the charts or study everything, then they can look for good traders who have a good track record, like verified track record, and who know how to manage the risk, how much to risk, and all these things. That's only for those who don't have time for the studying part, and who just want to invest in something or that thing. But if you are, like, you are a student of the game and you are only focusing on signal, then that's really not a good idea. You should be focusing on studying and not, like, using signals. Signals are only for people, like, who are in some kind of business, who are busy with their things in life. That's how I see it. So
Okay. Yeah, I almost every week I get somebody like, "Hey, do you have like a signal service or things like that?" And I'm like, "Okay, why do you want like a signal service?" But most of the people are like, "Okay, I have a very tight schedule, so I don't have like enough time, to get into the charts and study or be on this or that session, And I
yeah,
understand that, but I think that on Instagram is not like the best place to look for like signal
no,
service, because
it's the
there is,
worst place to look for.
yeah, there is a lot of, scams and everything. So
Yeah,
as you mentioned, if you are a very busy person and you have some nice capital, to invest, and I think it's better like to go with professionals,
yeah,
like checking your country, like I don't know if there is like a stock exchange bureau or something
asset
that can
management
say like,
laws.
okay, these businesses here, these financial companies are accredited to provide like investment advice and things like that. Go like that, go with those companies that are like you will have like some kind of insurance, because
Hmm.
they are accredited by your government or an institution,
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I really advise them, because I
That's
don't
a great
offer signal
advice.
service here, I don't offer that, and I don't like that, because like you, I went through signal services as well back then, so I will never recommend that, But if
Same.
you are like a businessman and you have you want to invest like 50K, 100K, whatever, I mean, you have money to invest, then I would say like, okay, check in your country which company are the that that are
Providing the
professional, are
yes,
providing.
financial management.
Yeah, exactly. So go with them and see if it works for you. Otherwise, don't go to Instagram or Facebook, whatever, it's not the right place to look for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So finally, our last question. Um, how would you approach the market after a losing week? And what would you recommend to overcome the psychological impact from it?
How would I approach is I will study that week
Mhm.
and where, how, why, when, and how I took a loss and how much did it impacted my equity. Like
Mhm.
if it's am I risking more or am I risking good amount? Like if it's a good 0.5, 1% risks on a trade, then it's just like a win to me. Okay. And if I'm learning from it, then it's more than a win to me. Like if I learned something from that loss, it's good. It means then next time I will be aware of that and I will take notes from the charts, annotate all those things, add it to my journal. Never ever will write any bad thing about that. And how I would overcome the psychological impact is I will again go through my top down analysis and I will choose like I will only look for high probabilities and I will lower my risk, which will then I will not be like
You won't have
I will not
a lot
have
of
an
pressure.
impact of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, lowering the risk that's help very much. So that's how I do it. I usually look for not trade the Monday and Tuesday too. I start looking for more, like collect the more and more data until a very high probability trade comes right off my eyes.
Okay.
That's how, yeah. And
Awesome.
if I get a losing trade and or a losing week, then I start focusing on collecting more and more intel about my pair, and I check if there is like high impact news are coming or what's going on and when I should be out, like
Mhm.
when I should not be trading. That's very important. When you should not be trading, it's so important in the marketplace.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
that's how I focus on that part.
Perfect. So since you mentioned all those things, I know that you have a trading plan, you have your rules, because you know what to do when things don't go the right way. So you have your rules. You go back to your journal. You write down, okay, I took this trade. It was a losing trade. Then you start like collecting the data and see what
Mhm.
happened, because
Yes.
and it's very important what you mentioned, and you always say that losses are lessons.
Yeah. Or
We don't really like improve or learn from the
you
winners. The winners are winners. It's good.
yes,
But the most important for me, and I know that for you as well, are the losers, because that
yes,
will give you some feedback.
yes. It will provide more info when you will have a like next time when you will show the same thing and
Uh,
like you will not be hyped about that thing that and you will remember it like okay, wait for it. Waiting, it's a waiting game.
yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah,
Because
until it becomes
uh,
high probability, we should wait. That's how I see this.
yeah, exactly, because usually what people do is like, okay, they have a losing trade, and then they get so much angry, because
Yeah,
of course,
most of
uh,
people are after like even after losing a trade, they are going like risking double, getting that money back.
exactly. I
I
was,
want it
uh,
right now. They want to make it right away. So that's not how it works. Like if I'm like when I'm trading intraday and if I hit uh, three trades in a row in a
Mm-hmm.
loss, then I'm closing my PC, man. I'm out. I'm going
Yeah,
for playing basketball or badminton. I'm out that day. I don't want to trade anymore. So
exactly.
that's how
You
I
wanted
see.
to
No
distract.
try going back at it, and I want it. I want it all back.
Yeah, and you know what that happens because most of the people don't have like a trading plan, or
Yeah,
they don't
absolutely.
have like a set of rules in place, and that's
Yes.
why there are so many people in this business that are not successful because they think that okay, if I lose this one, I will double the risk on the next one, and I will cover this loss, and then I will be again in positive. That's not the right way to do it.
Yeah.
As you mentioned a few minutes ago, you need to focus on preserving your capital. It's the most important, and we
Yes.
are risk
That's
managers. We are
Mhm.
not gamblers.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Okay, bro. It's been an awesome podcast for me, and I want to give you a big thank you, for sharing all this knowledge and open up with us. Again, it's been a great time for me, and I know that all the community will really appreciate that.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for inviting me. I really like uh, these podcasts, and I
Thank
heard like
you.
Meet and everyone, PC to all these people, and I love it. Thank you so much for having me. I'm grateful to talk, to have like trading talks.
Thank you, mate. So, guys, that's all for today. If you're gonna contact my bro, don't show me your indicators. Please go ahead and check right in the post of this podcast all his social media accounts. We really hope that you enjoyed this one and stay tuned for the next weekend's episode. See you.